Holy fuck, that was loud. I botched that one, didn't I? Hi! How's it going? I'm back today for video games. You know which video game? Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Let me hang on. I'm floundering here trying to get it launched here. There we go. Wait a second. It's going to load my settings, right? Does it loading content? Does that include my options? Is this one of those games? Oh my god, this is one of those games. Okay. That like doesn't load your preferences until the game starts, which is why in Dark Souls, the hitting the start button gives you that sound, and it's like the loudest fucking thing you've ever heard every time you do it. Anyway, let's continue this game. So, let's remember what was happening. Just turning it down a little bit. So, yes, here we are. So here's what was going on. Remember our well-endowed chief from the first chapter? She was murdered at the beginning of this one. What's up, Rocket Science? So she was murdered, the person who looked like they were going to be our supporting character, but her little sister is the prime suspect, and we are defending her little sister, because her little sister didn't do it. The witness who saw us, who saw, like, through the window, was April May, and this is April May's hotel room from across the street. Now, April May got very upset when we tried to look in this drawer with the screwdriver in it. But, so we left. We told the little sister, Maya, that we're going to represent her. And so, yes, now here we are. Then we came back. And here's the bellboy. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are... I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to room service to deliver room service. Sir, I can't get this voice yet. Do you know where Ms. May might be? I believe our guest, Ms. May... Wait, this guy... I'm trying to... Okay. I think this guy is like the... I believe our guest, Ms. May, is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit. I almost forgot. Yeah, well, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Ms. May that there's a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corps phoned. Mr. White, you say? Let's take a look. Is Mr. White someone that we already know? No, because this guy is Grossberg. We've got April May. Oh, right, Edgeworth is the prosecutor. Yeah. All right. Okay, yeah, we don't know Mr. White. All right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corps. Where have I heard that name? All right. White. That was his name. My sister told me. So White was... Yes. White was the name, of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. I don't remember how he ruined them. Could it be a coincidence? Alright, here we go. It's time to look in this screwdriver here. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap. What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? Alright, so we're just gonna steal that, I guess. There's definitely something suspicious about this Ms. May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's bottom Wait, I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Ms. May. In court. So I guess she's not going to get her, to be continued. Oh, shit, that would have been a good time to stop last time. But, oh, well, now we know. Now we know that there's mid-episode breaks that we can take advantage of. All right, so here we go. 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 1. This is a big trial. We're in number 1. We're on Speed Gaming 1 today.
Court is now in session for the trial of Ms. Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me on an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Ms. Maya May, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, fuck. What was this guy's voice? Oh, I remember. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sure. My name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
They're still calling it a statue. Alright, we got the floor plans, cool. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
Oh, here we go, dudes. Okay, by the way, let me just say, I'm upset a little bit. I bought this game with the soundtrack, like I got the special edition that came with the soundtrack. It doesn't have this fucking song in it! Anyway, this is like the best song in the game. As soon as your phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
She's our client, Rocket Science. She didn't do it. There's no way she did it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony.
Oh!
Hey! Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness' testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Okay. I need to grab my my water real quick. One moment. There we go. Yeah, dude, this is like grade A dramatic, suspenseful music. I also forgot to post a few things. Let me just put that up now. But yeah, that's what I was saying, that I bought like the special edition of this game that comes with the soundtrack, and yet it didn't come with this particular song. La, da, 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 ba, 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 ba. All right, we're almost back here. Do, 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 do. All right. Let me get this keyboard out of here. And we're good. All right.
As soon as your phone call came, I rushed to the scene.
Who did you say you got a call from?
Hey, pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gatewater Hotel, right across the street from the crime scene.
Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much, though. Right, please continue.
There were 2 people there already.
Hang on. Detective Gumshoe, how long would you say it took between you receiving the call and your arrival at the scene of the crime?
Right. I'd say it was about 3 minutes.
That's pretty fast.
Our motto this month is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away.
Indeed. So, tell us who the people you found at the scene were.
Yes, sir. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fay, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Are you absolutely sure it was us?
Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you 2 stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene.
Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press with a little more care.
I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fay.
Why is that? What's your reason?
Why? We had a witness account describing her.
Hold on just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes. Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
All right. Here's their try again.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Yeah, I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright, here we go. So, let's see. What do you think? What do you think we should... First of all, let's take a quick look at our shit here. So, single blunt force trauma. It says death was instantaneous, even though he said that she died from loss of blood, which means she writhed in agony for a long time before she died. But, you know, whatever. So that was at 9 p.m. was the time of death. What was this conversation again? Oh, right. There's stuff. The clock isn't working. There's evidence in the clock instead of the clockwork. Okay. Got it. Let's see. There was a scuzzle. What do you call this? There was a scuttle? There was a scuffle? Scuffle. I think that's the word. There was a scuffle. Let's see. We got the murder weapon. We've got the wiretap. That's right. That's going to be important at some point. Department store receipt. And then this is the floor plan, which shows the vision cone. So that's probably gonna be important at some point, that the vision cone is shown on here. Okay. So, found a memo written on the... Yep. Maya. It was the victim's. There was blood on the victim's finger. Okay. Yep. Alright, time to start pressing.
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes.
And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Now we have this. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it.
Ho! Then who did write it, smarty pants?
Who? The killer, maybe. Maybe the killer did it. The killer! Anyone can see that.
Ho! You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence? I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that?
Of course I do, pal.
Uh-oh, sounded pretty confident. This might not be good.
Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's.
What kind of tests were these again?
Huh? What kind? Well, I hear they take the, little bits in the blood, the goblins, goblin bobbin. I refuse to testify in this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your testimony. Thanks, pal. I mean, Your Honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation. As should you. Oh, that was a mess. Right, where was I? Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger.
On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective?
The right hand.
She was right-handed.
Nice try.
Uh-oh. Guess I wasn't too hard to see what I was getting at there.
Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Yeah. What up, Flex? What's up, Gareman? Starman, I didn't say hi to you either earlier. How are you guys doing today? How you liking this dramatic cross-examination music? It's so good. Oh, dude, I'm pressing. Hang on. I just gotta open this. All right. Hold it! Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and in the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective. Let's talk about reality, shall we?
Yeah, I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister?
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness' opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order!
That didn't go so well.
That's right, what he said.
That's his whole testimony. Alright, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Alright, dudes. So, once again, real quick. These are our pieces of evidence. I don't think the thinker, the glass shards, or the cell phone are relevant at this point. So we've got how she died. I don't think the wiretap is relevant. This is a store receipt. I don't know if that matters at all. And then here's the floor plan. All right. Now, mods, this is going to be one of those games. If I may ask my mods for a moment. This is going to be one of those games that people are going to try to spoil. When I sit here and I'm looking for a contradiction, you know, I appreciate if my mods are on guard. Okay. Memo written on a piece of paper next to the body. The word Maya was written. Let's see. It was the victim's blood. Gosh. Where is there a problem here? Hey, Sheldon, how are you doing today? Well, Sheldon, is that what you think? That you don't trust people in red ties? Well, what I have to say to that will shock and discredit you. For you see, the fact is that I'm not wearing a tie at all. Sorry, the point of that joke is that it takes really long to say it, but it doesn't really work when you're not seeing it. he examined the scene of the crime with his own eyes, huh? Did I press this? I don't remember pressing this. Yeah. It didn't really get us anywhere. Okay. A memo? Oh, shit. I pressed the wrong button. Oh, we could say this also. We had more things here. What if we throw out that I wrote it? I wrote it. It could have been me.
What? So it was you?
No. I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't?
Hold on. So you admit to this? You admit that you wrote the note? Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. Well, Detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
So, like, what if we say that it was Ms. May? Like, I don't know. Let's just check. You know, I gotta be thorough here. What if Ms. May wrote it? Could have been her.
Hold on. The witness was in her hotel room, not the office. Try pulling the other leg, Mr. Wright. Yeah, and while you're at it, pull mine too, pal.
Oh, I'll pull something. Wait.
Well, Detective, tell us what you...
Okay, what? All right. So that didn't get us anywhere. Okay. We gotta look at our evidence again. I wish I knew, like, what the receipt said, but I guess it doesn't matter. So I guess I'm glad I don't know, because it doesn't matter. Yeah. 9 p.m. Remember when he said that he got there in 3 minutes? When was that? Oh! I got it! Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. But the autopsy report says that death was instantaneous. This is obvious. She couldn't have written the name in blood if her death was instantaneous. So hang on. Which thing did he say? Okay, yeah. Specifically, it's this. Okay, I think we got it. Detective Gumshoe, there's one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backward, Detective.
Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, Detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately! But... No butting your way out of this one, Detective.
Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? I don't know. Should we feign ignorance? Because it was the day of the murder. I think it was the day of the murder. So yeah, the day of the murder. I'm pretty sure.
You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after.
Oh, right.
The prosecution's point being... that autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way!
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I see.
Damn you, Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
The detective's a sham. Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report?
Yeah? I thought... Detective Gumshoe. Yep. I'm disappointed in you handing him the wrong report like that. Yeah? I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Alright. Died from a blow by a blunt object. May have lived a few minutes after being hit.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Alright. I think this is where all of our evidence is, like, relevant. 'Cause, like, let's see. The cell phone has details. So the murder weapon is going to be more relevant here because this lady apparently saw the murder. And then this is going to be relevant because it has details about the murder weapon. And the wiretap was found in her hotel room. And then this details what she could see. So, like, this is where all of our evidence is going to matter.
Let the witness April May take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent?
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kind of slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any.
Wait, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about my cross-examination?
I thought the witness testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Firm and yet supple. Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
Yeah, I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination.
If only because I have a feeling
Edgeworth doesn't want me to. She has to have some weakness.
Very well, you may begin your cross-examination.
All right. Here we go. So let's take another look. So it was 9 at night, which I believe... Well, that lined up with the previous autopsy report. This one doesn't say it, but it was about 9. Okay. So let's just press everything, you know? So we'll get the cross-examination again, this time with more dialogue. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know? Why did you do that? Huh? Why? Like, why what? Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something? Oh, well, gee. What? That's it? She can't get out of this question that easily. I sort of, you know, I had a feeling. Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Yeah, go for it. Let's see how far I can run with this. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of night. Oh.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness.
Badgering?
You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, stop him. Rabble.
Order! Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Poor girl. What about poor me?
You looked out the window. What did you see next?
And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The woman with long hair. That was Mia Fey? Slender, sort of. Well, some people might say pretty, if that's your thing. Your thing? And the person attacking her? The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. How do you know she was the defendant? Huh? Well, you know, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
Right. Yeah. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Ms. May, I'm willing to bet that... you saw nothing. Because we know what she saw. Did you really see the defendant at all?
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me, please, because I'm clueless. About this, I mean. Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus! But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed like that way the night of the murder.
She was, Your Honor. I saw her. And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Ms. May? Ugh, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Ms. May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Damn, I almost had her. All right. I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her.
And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock? The thinker, I think? Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
Okay. So, here's what I believe. I don't think we have to even press anything here, because she thinks that it's a clock, but this statue has its internals taken out. So, how would she know that it's a clock? Like, it wouldn't have made a sound like the first one did, you know? The clock, the statue-y clock. So I'm not even gonna press. Actually, let's press it. Let's press it first. A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all. No, but I have a feeling I'm onto something now. Yeah. Right. So, present. Boop. Objection! Ms. May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder!
Order! Order!
Ms. May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Whew, that was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. Huh? What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it? Yeah, I heard it say the time. So, you've been to the law offices of Fay & Co. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room.
The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. That clock is missing its clockwork.
How could you possibly?
Just take a look, right now.
Oh!
See anything interesting, Your Honor?
It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this?
It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Fat? Well, Ms. May?
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He knew the clock was empty. Somehow he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, When was the clockwork removed?
Dude, dude, Edgeworth has he is activating my fucking trap card right now.
If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Impossible, of course.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves the clockwork was removed is the fucking trap card right here. Pew! Take a look at this.
That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
Order! The defendant's cell phone. This wasn't brought to my attention.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it?
Detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon.
I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Ms. May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Dude, she is... Oh my god, she is just right... She's walking right into our trap card. I forgot.
So the witness had seen it before. That would make sense. Does the defense have any objections, Mr. Wright?
The witness claims she had seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court.
Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before.
Dude, the clock was made by Larry. It's simple. This clock was never in any store, ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything is sold in stores! Ms. May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh? Excuse is not on sale today? I love that the heart turned upside down on her blouse. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die!
Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary. Ms. May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior?
Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Ms. April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... I think she had heard about it because she's been told to give every word of this witness testimony, right? Does that make sense? There's no time where she would have held it. She already told us that she's never been to the law offices. So I think she heard about it when she was told to give this testimony. The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock.
She heard?
That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof.
Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock.
Uh-oh. Oh, the wiretap! Oh my gosh. Okay. I might have had the wrong reasoning there. I totally forgot that she had that about the wiretap. Have a look at this. Oh, that? I found this in Ms. May's room.
Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is.
Ms. April May, you were tapping the victim, Ms. Mia Fey's phone, were you not?
Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone?
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What?
Here's my proof.
The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is...
Fucking, I don't know. We have to bluff this, don't we? Would it be the cell phone recording again? If she's tapping Mia Fey's phone, she would have also heard on the phone right here that it's a clock. But that's also when they said that it's not working. But I feel like that's our best shot. This is the conversation that says that it's a clock. I present the defendant's cell phone.
Yes, we've seen that.
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold on to for me. Again? What's it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like that statue, the thinker, and it tells you the time. Ms. April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness' face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer.
Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Ms. May.
Shut up! All of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You liar!
It's no fair.
All of you ganging up on me like that? Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's seen the real Ms. April May now. Now to deal the final blow. All right. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say. Ms. May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. God, this game is so good.
While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Ms. May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone?
I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
I mean, she's not wrong, but let's move past it. Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course I can. And will.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say. Way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from the sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts, and then you have regular cold coffee.
Ice coffee?
Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
So, where does that leave us?
It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. No, they're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Ms. May to the murder somehow.
Well, does the defense have anything to say?
Well, okay. Call the bellboy as a witness? I mean, we saw the bellboy. So, like, in video game terms, there's a drawing of him. The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Ms. Maya Fey. That is my condition. Okay, so I agree with the part of the condition where Ms. April May didn't murder her. I don't think Ms. May did it. I don't agree, though, to April May's innocence, meaning that Maya Fey is guilty, though. April May, Maya Fey. So we'll see. I better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? I mean, but I'll accept it, though. Alright, I've got nothing to lose except for everything. Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Wait.
Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Oh my god, he's still holding the plate full of shit. So you know he's a bellboy.
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. That tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Ms. May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Wait a second, what is this drawing? Are you seeing right exactly where this bellboy's eyes are here?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Ms. May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Right. I'm ready. I hope. This is it. If I can't prove Ms. May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. I know, Squall, it's quite convenient that the text box, you know, allows me to look like I'm just reading the text. Okay. This is one of those things where we just gotta press everything, right? What exactly is it you do at the hotel?
Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests. I check out guests. I clean rooms. I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check on Miss May personally.
I checked in Ms. May personally. So are you always so prim? Dude, I just remembered something. Do you guys remember when we were in Ms. May's room? There was champagne for 2 people. For 2 people. That's gonna become important, yo.
Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Ms. May.
Are you sure it was Ms. May on the phone?
Absolutely, sir.
How can you be so certain?
I checked Ms. May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. And then I saw them, and The point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir.
9 on the dot, you say?
Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished, sir.
9, the time of the murder. Do you guys like how it sounds fancy to say program instead of program? One moment here while I enjoy this deal. Hey, Sarah! Yeah, right, Sarah. Just you wait until someone activates one of my trap cards.
I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
Precisely 9, then?
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Ms. May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, a bellboy, tee! I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the
Man, here's where I fucking wish I could roll my R's. So I could say, therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9, sir. Just imagine I rolled my R there, but I can't do it. Why would she be so particular about the time?
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Ms. May herself. What up, Knives?
You are sure it was Ms. April May herself?
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely?
Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain? That's what I've been thinking this whole time, Sarah. Who the fuck drinks coffee at 9 p.m.?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that French for embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. Not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek.
Why would she have done that?
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir.
Fucking prim. Put a rolled R on that too. It's too perfect. I need to take fucking voice lessons or something so I can learn to roll my R's.
It was a moment I shall never, ever forget, sir.
Sounds pretty fishy to me. I think our Ms. May was up to something and wanted the bellboy to remember her. It's no good. There's nothing there. Is that it?
Tisk, tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand.
I can't let this happen, can I? Protest. Wait. Please wait.
Yes? Does the defense have something to add?
One last question. Let me ask one last question. Dude, it's gonna be about the fact that she's supposed to have a second guest with her. Remembering voices.
Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all.
Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? So check-in. Check-in is that's how he's gonna know that there's two people. Tell me about check-in. Tell me about when you checked in, Ms. May.
Oh, all right, very well, sir. My first thought was that she was a beautiful, beautiful person. She's just my type of girl, so it was a disappointment, really.
I see. What? Excuse me? What exactly was a disappointment?
Well, I'm not without charm, sir, but even I'd have little chance with her lover there.
What did he say? Dude, I fucking got him. What did you say?
Rather quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Did Ms. May check in with another person?
I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're not normally supposed to mention. That's the sort... No, fuck, I added the word there. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the, good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh, shit! Edgeworth fucking was with her?
Mr. Edgeworth.
That's why he was objecting to this.
He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
I know, it was Edgeworth who was putting his member between...
Ugh, you fool.
I've done it. I've won. Ms. April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then when you brought up the room service, you didn't see that man in the room?
That's right, sir.
Dude, fucking Edgeworth can't have done it. What is happening here now? Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
What the fuck are you talking about, Edgeworth? It's you dipshit. Simple. It was the man with Ms. May. The man who checked in with Ms. May.
Oh, Your Honor.
Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Ms. April May was tapping the victim's phone, yet Ms. May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man who was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this courtroom. Wait a second, does that mean that it wasn't Edgeworth who checked in with her? It was just, they just said that it was Edgeworth who... Can we go back? What, it was just Edgeworth who told him not to say it? Okay, that's what it was. Edgeworth didn't check in with Ms. May. He just told the bellboy not to say anything.
Ugh. Upstart. Amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Oh, shit, you guys.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Yep.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well, no, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
Lead?
That man with Ms. May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it.
Hang on. Hair business.
What happened to Ms. May after that anyway?
Yo, that's a cute face. Hang on. I have an emote for this. Where be it? There it is. I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow, but now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. Okay, the victim dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. Man, this game has a really nice episodic structure where I kind of wonder if we should only do like one episode a day or something. Like, what do you guys think? So we've done one episode. Should we like switch to Mario Odyssey or another action game? Or do we do another episode? Maybe we should just finish episode 2. Like, we'll do, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm still going with this, I think. But once we finish this whole case, then I'm sure we'll want to switch.
Well, hello. I didn't expect anyone to visit me in such a dank place as this. It's really quite moving. Not! You stinking lawyer! I hope you die! Have you come to laugh? Yes, laugh at the fallen Miss May.
No, not really. There's just something I want to ask.
Unfortunately, there's nothing I want to be asked. Haven't you done enough questioning, you spiky head?
Here we go again. Please, you're scaring the security guard.
So, what is it you wish to ask of me then?
For starters, how did you get to be so totally whacked? Alright. So real quick, let's see if there's anything more to check out around here. I think that's basically what it all said last time. Alright, so yeah, let's talk to her. About the man who stayed with you in your hotel room. Can you tell me about him? Where is he? Come on.
No way, Jose.
Maybe if I had something to get her to talk. Why did you place a wiretap on Mia's phone?
When you say it like that, it sounds so cold. So criminal.
Tapping people's phones is a crime, Ms. May.
Oh, and I suppose you learned that in lawyer school, Creep.
This woman is impossible to talk to. Say, why are you so angry? I mean, you don't look like a bad person.
Ooh, that does it! Bottom-feeding, scum-sucking lawyer!
Bottom? Can't tell. Does she have a thing against lawyers or just against me? Alright, there we go. We got her. Oh, whoops. We got her face like this, so now we'll just leave it like that forever. You know, if you keep making that face, Ms. May, eventually it's gonna get stuck like that. Yeah, I don't have anything to show her right now. Except my badge. Yo, check this out. Isn't this awesome?
Hey, guess what? Actually, I, really hate your guts. So get lost. Because, well, I'm not cooperating.
Thanks. I noticed. Alright, so I think we just get going here. Let's just go down like this. See if there's anything to find here. Looks like forensics is taken off for the day. Detective Gumshoe's nowhere in sight. The police really gave this place a working over. I doubt there are any valuable clues left. Suppose it can't hurt to take a look around, though. Alright, so yeah, let's see what kind of stuff we can find. Most of this is the same as before. Some of the files missing. Wait, what? Okay, well that might turn up later. An old movie poster. So yeah, most of this stuff is the same as last time, except that thing about files missing is new. Wait a second. Isn't there another room? Why can't I go into the murder room? Like, isn't her body still there? So if I go move, yeah. Oh well. All right, here's the hotel room again.
Ah, welcome, sir. Quite the performance today, if I dare say so myself.
Oh, thanks. Sorry for putting you on the spot like that.
No, not at all, sir. Your efforts today can only help the Gatewater's rep, as they say.
Huh? Rep?
Yes, our reputation will swell as the hotel where a murderer used a wiretap. We can charge a premium for the room, of course. It will be great for business, sir.
Whoa. Ms. May hasn't been charged with murder.
I, too, will become famous. The bellboy who brought the murderer iced coffee.
Why do I feel like we're both stuck in the same bad dream?
So, you are our honored guest. Please let me know if there's anything I can bring you.
Alright. Let's, take a look around here. Here's the shit about,
Ah, yes. We plan to install a telescope in that window, of course. Just $5 will earn you 3 minutes of a view to a kill. Just kidding, sir.
That look in his eyes, I'd say he was more than serious. A bottle and 2 glasses rest on the table. Why hasn't he cleaned these up by now?
I beg your pardon, sir, but if you could please refrain from touching those. It's part of the decor. I call it the last drink before murder.
I fucking love this guy.
We'll be famous. The talk of the hotel industry.
Huh? There's still a screwdriver stuck in that drawer.
Ah, please leave that as is, sir. That's the drawer of terror, hiding place of the murderer's wiretap. It's set to become one of the most popular attractions here.
A vase, as expected. I'm not good with flower names. Oh, right. So we saw that already. There's the bed. Alright. So, I guess we chat him up now? About Ms. May.
Oh, her? Sir, not to boast, but I knew the moment I saw her. She'd do it, I said.
Do what? Starting to think the most suspicious person here is this guy. I wanted to ask you about the man who was with Ms. May.
Ah, yes. He struck me as a real lady killer, if you'll pardon the expression. I knew it from the moment I saw him, sir. He and I are of the same ilk. We both carry the scent of danger.
There we are in total agreement, Mr. Psycho Bellboy.
If you had a photo of that man, I'm quite sure I could identify him.
A photo? Could you tell me about this hotel?
Absolutely. And on that subject, I have an excellent idea, sir. Currently, this hotel is known as the Gatewater. I propose that we add a subtitle.
Yeah. A subtitle?
The Gatewater Hotel. Murder Manor. Well, what do you think?
Sounds great. Whatever floats your tea set. Alright, so he didn't really have anything to say. We're going to want to present, the photo of the killer to her when we have it. There's not a profile saying that there's another person? Dude, what if it's, fucking Grossberg? And that's why he won't touch the case. Well, we already know who the killer is. It showed us a picture of him, and he's someone we haven't seen yet. For some reason, they, like, show you who the killer is right away. What am I doing? We want to move to this place now. The last place available. He holds it in his sleep, yeah. And he snores like...
Huh?
Huh. Looks like Grossberg is out today again. Maybe he's avoiding me for some reason. Alright, well, his painting appears to be gone. Wait a second. Wasn't there a giant painting hanging on the wall? Yeah, it was a painting of fishermen. Wasn't it? Wasn't a very memorable painting anyhow. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case, in fact. Yep. Okay, so we already saw that. We already saw this. Wait, whoa! Old photos? Something here has been written in pencil on the backs. DL6 incident, Exhibit A. DL6 incident, Exhibit B. Got an ex-boyfriend who was snoring like that and made you laugh all the time. Luckily, I don't snore. I have been told that I do not snore. Okay, so I'm sure I've seen this person somewhere. Perhaps I'll borrow this photo. I'm sure no one will miss just this one little photo, and it might be a valuable clue. I'll take it for now. DL6 incident sounds like we're playing fucking 999. This is the killer, by the way. So we saw like we saw the picture of him at the beginning of the episode, and this was the guy. So yes, we want that photo. But we might need them both. Somehow Phoenix Wright can see that the books have never been read. Okay, so what I kind of want to do is I want to take this other photo first, see what the people say about it, and then move over to the photo I'm supposed to have. You again? Can't you take a hint and stay gone? Hey, the only reason I'm back here is because you won't talk to me. Oh, so it's my fault now? You don't just have a spiky hair, you also have a spiky heart. That does it. When this case is done, I'm shaving my head. Alright, so let's show her this photo and see what she thinks about it. Any thoughts about this photograph? Who's that? Your mother? Looks like I've just been wasting my time. Okay. Just making sure no one cares about this photo. What about this photo?
Well, it's a fine photo, sir. However, the person Ms. May was accompanied by was, well, a man.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, so So that's not going to be anything important at all. Doop-de-doo. Alright, so let's ask Ms. May first. Wait, could I have just... Boop. Yep. Have a look at this. Look, I said several times I'm not telling you. Where did you... Aha, a reaction. This is him, isn't it? What? Who? When? Why? It is him. This is the man who stayed in your hotel room the night of the murder. No, that's not right. Nice try, Ms. Cooperative. Do you have proof it was him? Hmm? Yeah, proof. Show me proof. I'm so close. Wait, do we have proof? No. So we'll see what the bellboy says about it. Oops. Take a look at this photo.
That's him, detective.
I'm the lawyer.
Oh, I know that. I just wanted to say detective once. You know how it is.
No, I don't. Oh! Hello, Taylor. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing today? Hello. We're playing some Phoenix Wright. It's getting juicy. I'm telling you right off the bat, I need to, like, seriously, real talk. If you guys haven't seen this game before, you got to see it. It's amazing. What were you playing today? How are you doing and what were you doing today?
Without a doubt, that is the man who checked in with Miss April May. How about I write an affidavit swearing that's him?
An affidavit? This guy is way too excited about this. But yeah, dude, have him write it. Well, sure, why not?
Yes. I've always wanted to write an affidavit, sir.
Hang on. We gotta... Whoops. Davit.
Affidavit.
Affidavit. Got it. A written statement confirmed by oath or affirmation for use as evidence in court. I see. We're learning things.
From henceforth, I will be known as the bellboy who swore the affidavit.
Just hurry up and write it. All right, describes the man who stayed with Ms. May at the hotel on the night of the murder. Not even Ms. May can play dumb to this. All right, there we go. We got what we need. So now, let's get back to the detention center. And we will present this to her. Boop. Could you have a look at this?
What's that?
The bellboy's affidavit. It tells us everything he saw, such as the man you checked in with, who was most definitely this guy. Ugh. Now I'm getting somewhere. We're pushing her hard. This lady cracks like an egg. This is it. All or nothing. Time to do a little bluff. No use playing dumb, if indeed that's an act. If you don't talk, I'm taking this info to the press. What? Even though she should have been witness to murder, your little friend, or even though he should have been witness to murder, your little friend was missing. I'm sure the press would have a field day with his reputation.
Oh, fine. I'll talk. You win, lawyer.
Yes. Man, that felt good. It's great to be alive.
Why are you pumping your fists in the air?
Now, tell me about the man you were with.
That man, he's my boss. Red White, the president of the information gathering conglomerate Blue Corps.
Red, white, blue. Red, white? Information gathering?
Well, I suppose you could call it a detective agency.
So this is the man that was with you the night of the murder?
I'm scared to talk. I don't want to end up like her.
It's okay. I'll just ask Mr. White himself. Can you tell me where Blue Corps is located? Yo, Mr. White is the guy who ruined what's-their-face. Finally, a lead on this guy. If April May couldn't have done it, that leaves him. Time to take action. All right. We don't need the affidavit anymore, I guess. But we do have... Oh, right, the photograph. Okay. So now... You know what? I bet the photograph... Oh, dude. The photograph is fucking Mia and Maya's mother. And that is going to get Mr. White to talk. I bet. All right. Anyway, we got to go to Blue Corps. Yo, that's the painting that that was in fucking what's his face's office. It's with the surreal decor. Wait a second. Okay, right here, dude. I totally thought that this was like a guy, a guy's legs and his bum and his hands around. And then I thought that this was his cock and balls, like sneaking out, because of the way that he's positioned. But I think it's just the back of the foot from the back leg. But still, it looks like he's in that position. His little cock and balls are peeking out. Anyway. What the hell is this guy's voice gonna be? Shit. I don't have a voice prepared. He's like, Fuck. Now I'm taking too long to pick a voice. The thing is, I've already used this voice. And he like seems kind of like that from how he looks. Let's get some inspiration. Let's look at this. All right. We got
Hey, welcome. Please furnish me with the title of your personage.
what the?
Your name. What's your name? I was just inquirably asking the title that you go by.
Wright? Phoenix Wright. Inquirably?
Mr. Wright, is it? Right, I see. Splendiferous. Perhaps I have intimidated you with my giantesque vocabulary.
What is this guy's problem?
I'm Red White, CEO of Blue Court. You know, corporate expansion official. My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite.
Wait, this guy's more like George Takei.
My business dealings bring me into contact with the elite of the elite.
No.
So I'm afraid I'm not used to conversing with the wordily challenged.
What a fruitcake. Oh my god. Fruitcake?
Let me guess. You are an attorney fresh out of law school, are you not? That's the only explanation for why you would come to meet me like this.
What does he mean by that?
No matter. So, what business does a mighty lawyer have with a man such as myself?
Yipes, this guy's arrogance meter is off the scale. I want to go get that other picture. It's not going to do any good to show him a picture of himself. Oh shit.
Ah, you again.
What? I think that's this guy's voice. Hello, Mr. Grossberg.
Well. You were quite the thing, my boy.
Excuse me?
The trial.
He was there?
Reminded me of myself when I was a youth.
I guess something got passed down through Mia. Maybe?
It brings back memories, it does. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. I apologize. It was all a bit too much for me, my boy. Seeing you today, I
appreciate the reminiscing, but I'd much rather you give me some information. Okay, let's present him with this. Excuse me, I was wondering about this photograph.
Where did you get that? Give it back at once!
I'm sorry to have taken it without your knowledge, but I have to know, who is this man? He was most likely in April May's room the night of the murder.
What's that you say? Are you quite sure, my boy?
Wow. What was him so flustered, I wonder?
I beg your pardon, but I must ask you to leave. I need to be alone.
He's fallen silent at a stone, a rather large stone. Guess I should return that photo. Shit, I want the other photo. Yeah, the other photo is nowhere to be seen now. Shit. But, you know, we'll try to. Mr. Grossberg.
My apologies. I need to think about things alone.
Mr. Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg? Alright. We're getting nowhere. Back to Blue Core. Hey, sorry, dude, that I just, left and came back, but, what's up?
Ms. May is an employee of Blue Corp, is she not? Correct. She was my secretariat. What a shock it was to hear what she has done.
What she has done? You mean the wiretap?
Indeed! She is paid to answer phones. Tapping them is not in her job description. She does gather information as a part of her duties. But I assure you, we do not condone illegal methods. It is ineffable that she would do this. Sounds like he's trying to turn Ms. May into a scapegoat.
On the night of the murder, were you in April May's hotel room?
Who can say? I seldom pay attention to mundane details such as time and place. My motto is, don't worry, be happy. Still, Mr. White.
The hotel bellboy has stated on the record that he does remember you very clearly.
No matter. The bellboy can say what he pleases. I still won't talk to you. If you want me to speak, put me on the witness stand. Although I doubt you'd be capable of doing that.
He raises a good question, actually. Why didn't the prosecution call him as a witness? He should have seen the same thing as Miss April May.
Ho ho ho. The police, the courts. To me, they are mere toys. Playthings for my amusement.
What kind of company is Blue Corps, anyway?
Ah, an excellent question. We buy and sell various kinds of information. We're a company of the future. You might say we are the future.
Sell information?
In just 10 years, I've built this business.
Oh, this guy needs to be fucking... Ron Sterling? What the fuck is this guy's name? I spelled Twilight Zone incorrectly. Rod Serling. That's it. This guy needs to be fucking Rod Serling.
In just 10 years, I've built this business up into the grand office you see now. Ah, in case you were wondering, Blue Corps was named after the color blue. I, Red White of Blue Corps, as founder and CEO, named it so. And why, you ask? Because I like the color blue, of course. Fantabulistic, is it not?
There's something that's been bothering me.
Yes, what might that be?
That big painting on the wall over there. You know, I've actually seen that painting before.
Oh,
Just yesterday, actually.
your point being?
My point is simple. Rather, my question is simple. Why is that painting hanging on your wall?
Mr. Wrong, was it?
Right.
It appears you do not fully grasp your position here. I ask again, who are you?
What? A lawyer?
No, my feeble friend, a mere lawyer. Worth nothing. Zilch. Zippo. Nada. Just like that sorry excuse for an attorney, Grodyberger.
What? Ugh. Oh. Oh. He punched me.
Well, Mr. Lawyer, what will you do, eh? Charge me with assault? Charge away. I welcome it, for it is you who will be found guilty.
What?
Heed my exposition. The police, the courts, they all do my bidding.
So you say. But I wonder, is that kind of control really possible?
What's up, Finkelroy? I don't expect you to understand. It is a world beyond your compensation. You came here from Grodyberger's, I presume.
Mr. Grossberger's. Yeah.
Then you must ask him, why is it that this painting of his hangs here? Perhaps then he will tell you. Perhaps he will explain how a man can live life purely for personal profit. Go now. Skedaddle. There is nothing more to discuss.
Oh, dude. We are gonna kick this shit out of that guy with words. I don't think he's noticed me standing here. Maybe I should clear my throat?
You're jumping, Jehoshaphat! Oh, you!
What's wrong? You look so pensive. Like an old man at the end of his days.
I'm not senile yet. I was just thinking about this whole mess.
Something's really bothering him, that much is clear. Alright, now... So, I paid Bluecore a visit.
Oh? Oh, I see.
Mr. Grossberg, I have to admit, something has been bothering me.
Oh? What is it? What else with it, my boy?
You see, it's just... Mr. Grossberg, sir, there was a giant painting hanging right there the other day, was there not? The one you said you had no intention of parting with? Well, I saw it today. It was in the CEO's office at Bluecore, Red White's office.
So, you noticed. I suppose I should have guessed you would. It is a large painting.
Mr. Grossberg, I know you and Mr. White are connected somehow.
Connected, you say?
Yes, and I know what it is. Dude, totally blackmailing. That's the only way that he would part with something that he loves so much. Your lovers. Mr. White has something on you, doesn't he? Blackmail? I think that painting is fairly gaudy proof.
Very well, this may be the chance I've been waiting for. Maybe it's time to get this off my chest so I can finally rest easy again. After all, you were Mia's understudy. Perhaps it was fate?
What's he talking about?
Red White is a man who makes his living through intimidation. Bluecore is a company that excels in finding people's weaknesses, I'm afraid. I've been paying them for 15 years now.
Oh, excuse me, I had to yawn. Wow, that thing happened. I need to maybe get up and stretch. That thing just happened to where I reached and like my fingertips hurt. Hang on, just having some water. All right.
All because of the DL6 incident, as you might have guessed.
The name on the back of those photographs.
As you suspected, I could not stand in the defense of Maya because of this. White would have destroyed me if I did.
So that's the connection.
It is hard for me to tell you this, my boy, but arresting Red Whites would be nigh impossible.
Impossible? Why?
He has information on everyone. It gives him an iron grip. He owns judges, attorneys, prosecutors, police, and politicians.
What?
They are bound, unable to do harm themselves, and therefore to him. But don't look at me like that. What you see is nothing more than the weight of many years.
Okay. So you came to see the trial?
Yes, I did. Something was bothering me all last night, you see. I couldn't get a wink of sleep.
Really? What was that?
Well, you see, it's just Mia's sister, that poor girl. My boy, I owe you my thanks, truly. I don't know what I would have done if things had gone poorly for the girl.
I asked before, but why did you refuse her request for defense? I think I have a right to know.
All right, Mr. Wright? No, I'm sorry. It's just I need more time to think about it, my boy.
Does seem troubled about something. I'm starting to have a feeling I know what it is. What is the DL6 incident?
DL6 is nothing more than the sorting code the police gave the case. It was 15 years ago now. I received a request from a medium, a spirit medium.
A medium?
Her name was Misty Fay.
Fay.
Indeed, she was Mia's mother. She had been investigating a murder at the bequest of the police, and she failed. As a result, the police called her a fraud.
This is what Maya was talking about the other day.
All I could do for her, and in the end, cleared her of wrongdoing. That murder case, however, remains unsolved to this day. That case is the DL6 incident.
But why were you blackmailed over this, Mr. Grossberg?
The DL6 incident was top secret at the time. It made sense. The police didn't want people to know they were using a medium. They couldn't let people know. But one person found out. I told him.
Oh, all this talking is making me yawn a lot, just like the throat movement. You told White?
He offered me riches. It is an embarrassment to me now. Because I talked, the police were mocked far and wide. In secret, they began looking for the one who sold them out. Of course, White heard about it, and he came to me. Only this time, the offer was blackmail.
I see.
White controls the law of this country as he sees fit. Yet if you would still challenge him, have a close look at Mia's office.
Mia's office?
She followed his every move for years. She may have recorded something of what she found.
Alright, dope. It's funny, looking at this room. It seems so normal. Hard to imagine a murder took place here. Mr. Grossberg said there would be clues. Maybe I should have another look. Wait, this is exactly where the murder was. It's just that before we could slide the camera. Alright, another look for clues. Well, here's the files missing, remember? All the cases the chief ever worked on I filed here. They're in alphabetical order. Let's take a look. Which file should I look at? Well, let's look at DL6, yeah? Let's see if there's a record in this. Let's see if there's a record in this file that catches my eye. A, B, F. Misty Faye. That's me and Maya's mother. Should I take a look? Well, yeah. I have tarnished the Faye name,
Leaving only these words, my mother vanished.
I was determined to find the ones who had made my mother blame herself in this way. Using the power that runs in my family, I held an audience with the dead. Finally, the names of two men surfaced. One was Marvin Grossberg, a lawyer who sold my mother's information for riches. The other was the man who sold that information to the press. This parasite, who makes his fortune on threats and coercion. His name is... the record stops there. So Mia knew Grossberg. Let's see, J through S. Nothing much in here. Maybe I'll just skim some of this? Well, no harm in flipping through a bit, I guess. The biggest part's here at the end in S. Suicide? Ew. She has a collection of suicide reports. There's politicians, policemen. There's writing on most of these in pencil. White? This is Mia's handwriting. Wait, I get it. Mia thought he was involved in these suicides. White drove them all to... I can use these newspaper clippings. Let's find the most disturbing one. Article about a politician's suicide. The word white is written in pencil at the top. Okay, so that's what we needed to find. Well, this is interesting. I mean, who are we going to show that to? Grossberg? Here's what I found. I found this in Mia's files.
So she was investigating Red White, as I expected. Well, if you wanted to challenge him, you could present this in court.
Okay. Gosh. What else is something to talk about here? I'm not really seeing anything here. Well, aren't you persistent? Sorry, but there's something I have to ask you. Mr. Lawyer, I really hate having to repeat myself, but it seems the message has not penetrated your thick skull. Stop bothering me. If you try my patience further, I fear a nasty accident may occur. Do I make myself clear? Transparent. I think we're passing you to talk about April, May. What's the matter? You seem distressed. Okay. Black.
is okay to indulge in my cosmopolitan sense of humor. I will not think less of you.
Okay, so we need to show him something that will shock and upset him. How about this thing that he wrote? Oh wait, we're not in presenting mode.
I have no intention about parleying you about this matter. What about this? This is the only clue that Mia left me. I better make this one count. Mr. White,
See this?
it's an article describing the suicide of a politician.
He was embezzling secret government funds. Then, one day, word got leaked to the press. Then the very next day, he took his own life. And this concerns me, how? I found this article in Mia's office.
Ms. Mia,
She had a file filled with articles like this. Every one of them was labeled with a single word, White. Mr. White, I know what you did to this politician. You blackmailed him. You were blackmailing him. Blackmail. Not just him either. You were threatening and coercing hundreds of others. You were involved in all the suicide cases that Mia investigated. This company is built on blackmail. I'm right, aren't I?
what a bizarre accusation. Mr. Wrong, what is it that you should be doing now? Investigating me?
No. I think not.
You should be searching for the one who killed Miss Mia.
Secretary's office, hello?
Mr. Wrong will be leaving now.
Yes, sir. I'll send someone right away.
Wait a second, Mr. White. I don't know, you're wrong. I don't know what I'm doing here. You're wrong, Mr. White.
Excuse me?
What I should be doing now is going after you.
Just what are you insinuating?
Mia was onto you. She was keeping tabs. For this reason, you had April May tapping her phone. Then when Mia was murdered and all the documents about you mysteriously disappeared. So, the culprit would be... Even a child could work it out, Mr. White. You did it.
We won't be needing an escort for Mr. Wrong. Instead, please connect me to the public prosecutor's office.
Of course, sir. One moment, please.
White, is that you? What are you doing calling me at a time like this? Hello, Chief Prosecutor. I've changed my mind. I want to testify tomorrow. What's this about? The Mia Fey case. I witnessed the murder, you see. And, thus, as a very important witness, I would like to testify. What? Why now? I thought you said you didn't want to go to court. Quietude! I told you I changed my mind, didn't I? Oh, and one other thing. Send the police over here right away. The man is standing right in front of me. He looks dazed, but could be violent. What? What man? Are you even listening? The executioner, the hatchet man, the liquidator, the killer man. What? Mr. White, this isn't another one of those. Chief Prosecutor, I do not believe you're in a position to freely offer your opinions to me, correct? I'm telling you to send the police, now. Did I not tell you, Mr. Wrong? You are a mere lawyer, as was Ms. Mia. How dare you? I'll point the finger at you, and you will be tried at Ms. Mia's killer. The case is as good as settled. No lawyer of any worth will defend you. I have friends in the local lawyers association, you see. You'll be given a lawyer so stupendously inept that they will make even you look competent. Detective Gumshoe reporting, sir. Yeah, Butts. Harry Butts.
Right, actually, Phoenix, right? And my friend's name is Larry.
Oh, right. Sorry, pal. Butts was that murderer, right? Detective Gumshoe, I present to you the man who killed Ms. Mia Fey. What? What's this despicable human? Take this despicable human being into custody. Farewell, Mr. Wrong.
I can't believe it's only been a day since the first trial. My trial begins tomorrow. White's going to set a trap for me, and the prosecution will be in on it, of course, Edgeworth included. An attorney was assigned to me by the state yesterday. I refused. I had an idea.
Wright! Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya. Great. They let you out of detention.
Just now, yes. And it's all thanks to you.
Now I'm afraid we've switched places.
What? You mean you?
I explained what had happened to Maya.
I don't believe it. How many people does that man need to destroy before he's satisfied? My mother, my sister, and now you. This has gone too far. Mr. Wright, please tell me, is there anything I can do?
Well... cheer me on in court? Well, you could cheer for me in court.
Cheer for you? You mean like a cheerleader?
Yeah, like that.
All right, leave it to me.
Huh?
I better go get a uniform and some pom-poms.
Wait.
What?
I'm kidding. It was a joke.
No way.
No, really, I was kidding, but thanks. It's good to know you're on my side. There really isn't anything you can do for me anyway.
But I just can't sit here and do nothing. I've got to give that man a piece of my mind.
Just a piece? Okay, then come to the trial tomorrow.
Okay, I'll be there. I'll show them a thing or two.
Times may change, yet with crime, it's the same old story. In fact, it's gotten worse. Lengthy court proceedings are no longer realistic. Beginning a few years ago, a limit of 3 days was put on initial court trials. Almost all finish in a day, most with a guilty verdict. I never thought I would end up in the defendant's chair for this case. With the true culprit appearing as the star witness. This is it. Tomorrow, it's me or him.
All right.
Let's go.
Well, I guess this is it.
Yeah. One way or another, this case gets decided today.
Ah, Phoenix, look.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
I received a call from the chief prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, no matter how you try to attack his testimony. If I raise an objection, I have not good faith that the judge will listen to me.
What? Does White have the judge in his pocket too? So you're saying that I'm going to be guilty. End of story?
I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this?
Innocent? How could we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who's guilty and who's innocent. All that I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. So I make that my policy.
Edgeworth, you've changed.
Phoenix, you know him?
Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not...
I'll be defending myself.
What?
Okay, let's do this.
All right, boys. Here we go.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be defending myself.
Understood. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we will hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime.
I see. The prosecution may call its witness.
The prosecution may call its witness.
That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me. Why not? Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Ms. Maya Fey?
I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time, I thought that Ms. May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court. Excellent, Mr. Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor.
Great. He gets to show off and I get nowhere.
I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand. Please state your full name.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Your name?
Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear. Do my locutions confuse?
Name.
These two are great together.
My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim is Mia Fey?
That would be a negatory. No, I did not.
You were at the Gateway Hotel the night of the murder?
Correct.
And you witnessed the murder from there? Why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White. You may begin your testimony.
If I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. I think I always feel like this is the end of the world and I'm the last man standing.
Oh.
I know, Finkel.
I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer.
Let him have it, Phoenix. He said what it stood for earlier, and it wasn't even correct.
Let's see. It was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw it, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Ms. May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. Cheery, eerie owl. If things occurred as you testify, then I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well. Defendant, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. All right, time to press the shit out of him. Here we go.
Let's see, it was about 9, I believe.
How do you know what time it was?
Because I'm always abso-positively perfect, you know?
No, you're not getting away with that.
You're so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Ms. May ordered room service for 9. It happened soon after the room service arrived.
That's what Ms. May said, too. I don't see anything to gain by attacking him on this point any further. Okay, what were you doing at the same time?
I was quietly perusifying, that's reading to you, some papers by the window.
By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay and Co. law offices?
Correct. That is the only window you see.
And there you were reading papers?
Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I am a busy man who had business to do. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside.
A bedlam?
It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way.
So you were reading your papers until you heard the sound.
But of course, I'm no snoop peeping out of windows at night.
No snoop? Yeah, right. You've made a career out of snooping.
It was then when I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair.
Spiky-haired?
Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer.
What you just said directly conflicts with Ms. May's testimony. Ms. May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl.
I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer.
Just what is your eyesight?
Counting both eyes, 40?
40? Don't add them together.
I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good.
Hey, whose side is the judge on, anyway?
And what did you do then? I called Ms. May over at once. She, too, was surprised, of course.
Yeah, Finkel? Well, you know, it was the American court system that found OJ not guilty. What was Ms. May doing at that time?
She had just finished watching a soap opera on the TV and was weeping openly.
Did you know she had been tapping the Faye off his phone?
Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Ms. May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman.
You'd make a good politician, Mr. White.
Oh, I know. After all, I am El Presidente. Please continue.
The victim, she ran away, but you gave the chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened.
Of course. Comprende. I understand.
Oh, I know. I actually want to look more into that stuff because I've heard some interesting stuff about that particular case, and it would be interesting to kind of go through it all myself.
The victim was attacked, and you ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect the new detail. The victim ran to the left, and you gave the chase.
So here's our spot. Mia's testimony said the victim ran to the right. So, here we go. We found a contradiction. Objection! Wait right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave.
What is this?
You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Ms. May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right.
Wait. Oh, it is simple. You have misheard her.
I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran to the left, as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. Look up his book, If I Did It. He wrote a book? Oh my gosh, I forgot that that's a thing, Finkel. More like, here's how I wish I had done it, right? She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd?
Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did.
Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left? So he did witness the killing? Wait a second.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
Ms. May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court?
Oh shit! They're both right. Because, they're both right. Because Mr. White, they were standing on different sides of her. Mr. White saw her run right because he was he saw her run left because he was in the room. And Ms. May saw her run right because she was from the window. Both witnesses are telling the truth, for once.
Huh, I doubt it. Rather, that doesn't clear up the contradiction.
There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts.
What?
Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean he wasn't viewing the crime from the hotel? If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been?
Dude, doesn't Edgeworth know that he killed her? In the law offices of Fay and Company, of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Well, right here, he was the killer. Take that! This is where he was. Look, when the victim ran for the door, if he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left.
Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting?
Rapscallion.
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer.
What now? He's laughing?
The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
Ms. May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. That is what Ms. May saw. You see, you hit her twice. You don't remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony?
You bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. May's testimony was correct, as was mine.
What do you mean by that?
That is what I am about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient, does not become you.
Hey, buddy, you're an American too.
When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left.
What did you mean first?
First, that is what comes before what happens next. You do speak English, right? Please, sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First, she ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw.
I didn't hit anyone.
Now, Mr. Wright, there's no point in hiding things from this court.
I'm not hiding anything.
The prosecution requests that the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned.
Why is he mad at me?
Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right.
What do you mean next? Next is what comes after first. I know that! Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me. But it was you. Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. May I continue? That is what Ms. Mace saw. So each of you saw different parts. Abso-posit-lutely. That's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along. You see, you hit her twice. So you were watching both times? I suppose I was. And please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Okay. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right, but she was caught and struck. So that just conflicts May's testimony again. Otherwise, does the autopsy say it was a single blow? I mean, it could be that this says it was a single blow, or it could be that this says she dodged an attack. I don't know which one it's going to be. I mean, I think we just say the autopsy report, right? It probably says that there was only one. Objection! It probably says that there was only one blow. Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow. What do you have to say to that? Okay, yeah, it was that simple. Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-posit-lutely perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break.
Yes, quite.
The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor.
Very well. If the witness would care to revise his testimony.
The crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White.
Mr. White.
Okay. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. The other window? Then, the next moment, I saw Ms. Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwap!
Thwap indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination.
Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. Okay. Looked at the other window? What is that? There's two windows now? You heard that thing fall? What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand. Right. The one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd? Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What? You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad.
The witness will revise his testimony. Here we go. We got him.
Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Dude, you fucking fell for it now. Look at the floor plans. It's out of view. It's out of view. I knew this was gonna be a thing. The fact that it shows like the vision cone.
Objection!
Mr. White, it was impossible for you to have seen the glass stand.
What?
Look at this.
These are the floor plans to the scene of the murder, yes?
Correct, Your Honor. Now, look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White, what do you have to say to that?
Ridiculosity.
Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you couldn't have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White? It must have been the moment that it fell, and the only place that you could see that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Yeah. Mr. White?
Mr. White, you did it, didn't you?
Mr. Your Honor, Ms. Mia.
Looks like we're about to get our verdict.
Objection!
That's far enough, Phoenix Wright.
What? Forgot about Edgeworth.
Mr. White, I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said, you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap.
The wiretap?
Order, order! Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court, Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain.
I really don't like the way this is headed.
As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Ms. April May, to tap the law offices of Ms. Fay. What does that have to do, Your Honor? The question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who?
No, you wouldn't.
Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Fay's office. Am I correct? Correct. You are most correct, Miles.
Give me a break.
Yes. In order to place the wiretap, I breached the Fay & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Edgeworth.
Okay, here's the thing about... I don't know if you guys are noticing this, but because of White's voice, because of the Ron Sterling voice, or Serling, I'm starting to apply his cadence to everybody else's things.
Yes, I am the judge, and I talk like that guy from Twilight Zone.
You know what I mean? Like, when I do the Twilight Zone voice a bunch, it then makes me start like putting that cadence on everybody else's voice, and it's confusing me.
Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place, when he went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture that it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Leave it to me.
I feel faint.
It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is, when I saw this glass light stand. So, you saw the stand before the night of the incident, and this is how you were able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct. That is right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine.
Good luck, Phoenix.
Alright, here we go. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder.
Do you have proof?
Miss April May knew the details of Miss Fay's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder.
Right.
I had entered the Fay & Co. law offices.
Was it really you that went into the office? Or was it Ms. May?
Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Fay & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's.
If I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went into the Fay & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap.
Why did you tap Mia's phone?
This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corps is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. That is when I saw this glass light stand.
Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand?
The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Damn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled off enough that I can bluff something out of him.
Okay. Okay. Tisk, tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. The time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably.
No more. I can't take this anymore.
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor. Phoenix! Phoenix over here!
I think that was Butts, maybe. Oh no, Mia?
Never give up, Phoenix. Oh shit, the spirit medium!
Mia!
Where am I? The waiting lobby. What happened? Oh, right. I lost the trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Ah! Hey, Phoenix! Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me.
Whoa!
You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So, Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right. I'm Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now, I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up. You can't either. That's what I came here to tell you.
But
We don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won.
Huh?
You have that receipt in the court record, right?
Oh yeah. The one you wrote Maya on.
Phoenix, White wrote that, not me.
So what do I do with it?
Look at the front of the receipt.
The front? Regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th?
That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed.
Whoa!
Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? That he was there, the week before the murder. He said the stand was there the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent, you just have to prove it.
Right.
Alright. I think this is it. It's coming down to the wire.
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright?
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now.
Then, let's start where we left off.
Your Honor,
there's nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Your Honor, please, give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you.
But as Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say, let us give Phoenix Wright his last chance. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Alright, we're back. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. And this is where we present it, the receipt.
Objection! Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood?
You're grasping.
I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt.
The other side?
Your Honor, would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt?
Well, a glass light stand. And the date of purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder.
You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fay & Co. law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
No.
It's impossible. Oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Very well. Then, that is all for the trial of...
Objection!
Not so fast, Phoenix Wright.
No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot, it's Edgeworth.
There's a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there's no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need to make one more inquiry into this matter.
Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad. Yeah, object. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There's no need to prolong this trial any further.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied.
What?
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow.
Oh, there's no telling what'll happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home?
Of course. Thank you for your time.
The witness will stay. Mia. Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Your Honor, if I may.
You're quite persistent today, Mr. Wright.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court. The memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White, admit your guilt right here, right now, or else this list will be released to the press. I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
You've done it again. That was quite a spirited defense.
Yes, Your Honor. I guess you could say that. If only you knew how spirited it was.
Well, this court finds the defense, rather, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright.
Yeah!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations. You're lucky I was born a fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risked a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here's running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long. What? No! There's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief! I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight? Say 9. The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia! Being here, it's hard not to think about that night. You came! Mia, I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see your face. Mia! What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What? Did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See? Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care of, huh? She means the office. This office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? And who better but me, Maya Fey, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick. You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it's Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright and Cola offices. It's a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix. I'll always be here watching. Right. Okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy. Burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's wasting. Okay, wait up. Oh man, I feel like I'm gonna need a burger today. Alright, we did it! So, we finished. Is this just gonna start? Wait, whoa. Hang on a second. This is just going. I guess this is a next time on Phoenix Wright. Happening real quick here. See you in hell. That's right, don't miss it. October 14th, that's almost my birthday. Alright. So that does Phoenix Wright for today. Boop, boop. We got through episode 2 of the first game. It was a good time. I think I am going to transition to another game now to play for a little while. And you know what? A burger sounds really good. I think I am gonna order a burger tonight. But that does mean that I need to like do that kind of soon. So alright, thanks so much for watching Phoenix Wright, if that's what you're here for, but I will be back very shortly. I'm just gonna take a few minutes break to set up the other game I'm gonna be playing. I'm feeling a little Mario Maker is just kind of what I'm feeling. So, I will be back in a minute. And yeah, thanks again for watching so far, but I'll be back in a bit.